So Vidor family, who was able to save the contents of their home during the flooding, saw their luck turn for the worst before their eyes last Friday. As Lance Edwards reports, after the family helped flooded neighbors, their home was destroyed by fire.
Brandon Smith and his wife Stephanie have retold their Harvey story 1,000 times.
I take them as far as I could to the next deep water, and I would drop them off and then come back and get another one. And
his priority during the storm was to rescue his neighbors.
You know, they couldn't get out because the roads were flooded. And then my wife called me. She was like, "You've got to get home. Our house is close to getting wet." Everything that we thought we could save, we brought upstairs.
But a fire last Friday morning, 3 weeks after the floodwaters receded, destroyed everything they tried to save in the second story of their home off Wood Street in Vidor.
I had no idea that the fire was even going on. I didn't smell nothing. So if he had worked that night, I would not have woke up probably.
After defeating the water, which rose a couple of feet into their home, it was fire that ravaged the house. The Smiths recall the early morning fire that wrecked their effort to salvage everything last Friday.
And I ran outside, and when I realized it was a house, I ran back in. I told my wife, I said, "Call 911. I said, "The house is on fire." We grabbed our kids.
The sirens were music to my ears. Most of the time it's terror for people, but it was music.
I was actually trying to get the camper hooked to the truck when they pulled up, and I heard the sirens, and when I seen the fire truck turn in, I just dropped to my knees and thanked the Lord, because I didn't know how much further I could go.
Everything we needed immediately was in that camper. So when the firemen showed up, we were, screaming the camper, so they went straight to that.
Not everything was a complete loss. A few items were spared. You can see the unstained portion of a wall where this cross, which was hanging in one of their daughter's bedrooms, was untouched by the flames. And as first responders battled to save what they could, there were a few other items the Smiths will be able to adore forever.
I saw her dad's cowboy hat hanging in the room, and I told the fireman, and he ran in there and got it for us and saved it. The fireman
saved our flag off the front porch.
As soon as he got here, he saw the flag hanging on the front porch, and he went and got it and stuck it on the front of my truck.
And that's where it stays.
And that's where it's been since then.
It's a hard scene to swallow. A home that went from this to this. A husband who rescued others first. A wife who still finds memories in the ashes. But the Smiths are a strong couple with a strong family, just like others in their community in the same situation. In Vidor, Lance Edwards, 12 News.
Well, family and friends set up a GoFundMe page for the Smiths, but during the interview they told us they just want the community to stick together and keep prayers of patience circulating until everyone can rebuild.